All right, guys. So as you can see, we're actually back home. Usually we do like a little summary of our experience inside the restaurant before we leave, but this was actually the first time that we were asked to leave a Korean barbecue place because we supposedly hit the 2 hour limit. Which
I was so shocked. I can't believe that.
This is the first time I've been eating Korean barbecue for almost 10 years. And this has never happened before. Somebody actually asked us to leave, so that was the first. So, anyways, we are home, and yeah, let me just give you the summary now. So, as soon as we walked in, we were told about the various restrictions, which is also not very welcoming. As soon as you come in, they tell you, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. They will charge for leftovers, no matter if it's how little it is. So it was just, a little too hostile for my taste. So I didn't really like that.
Yeah, I don't really like it either when it's like, oh, here's all the rules, what you can't do when you're dining. It's like the opposite of like making you feel welcoming, and there's so many places that just like give you free bread or like make you feel so welcome. This place was kind of like the opposite.
Yeah, for the price it was $30 a person, which is pretty steep for Orange County for dinner. So there are three different options: a $20 menu, a $30 menu, and a $40 menu. Which $40 I've also never seen anywhere. But for the $30 menu, what we got was comparable to a place like Star Barbecue, for example, where you get everything for $23, I believe, or $22. So big price difference, almost 1/3 higher, so yeah, I think it's overpriced. What do you think about the food?
I did like the beef tongue. That tasted good. There were like a couple of other beef options that I liked, but I mean, it wasn't that special. I think like you can't.
It was just Korean barbecue. I mean, yeah, I don't understand why it would be $30 when almost all other places charge way less. So it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
And another thing that kind of annoyed me was we were a party of 4 people, but the 4th person took a little longer to arrive. So we sat down and we just talked and chilled and didn't order any of the meats yet because we waited, right? We wanted to be polite. So when the 4th person arrived, the waiter actually told us that this 2-hour timer started as soon as we sat down and talked for like 30 minutes. So we already lost 90 minutes,
right.
Which is also ridiculous. So also another way to not make a customer feel welcome. So didn't like that at all. When we got the check, there was another surprise. We had one person, our party, who ordered a pitcher of beer. So he had his own check, and the other 3 people had their check. And when the checks arrived, there was actually an 18% gratuity being added to the bill, which is also weird because usually it's either
6 people.
6 people or more. So in this case, there was a single person who had an 18% gratuity on his check. So yeah, that was strange. So when we brought that up to them, they said, yeah, if you split the checks, then they add that gratuity as a kind of a punishment. I don't understand. But in the end, they came back and said they made a mistake. They changed it, and then I left a tip that's more of closer to 15%, double the sales tax. That's kind of my rule. So unless the service is really bad, then I would go lower. But yeah, so I didn't like them adding their own tip, just because we asked to split the check.
Yeah, it was just surprising because there's only 4 people, so.
Yeah, and then 2 checks,
yeah,
right?
2 checks, that's normal. Splitting checks, you shouldn't be punished with gratuity. That didn't really make sense.
Yeah, and then like I said earlier, it was the first time that they asked us to leave, right? So after we were eating, and that's also something that never happened before, yeah. I understand that in a little bit. They were really busy, and I guess they wanted to get us out, but, again, I don't know. So all in all, what do you think? Would you go back?
I would never go back to that place. Because they didn't have ice cream at the end or anything like that.
No dessert options at all.
Yeah, I mean, it was just like a very strict and not very like service oriented place, and the food was okay. There wasn't really anything special on their menu, so I just wouldn't go back, and it was a little bit overpriced too. So
Yeah, if you like Korean short ribs, you have to pay $10 more. So that like I said, they had the $20 and $30 and $40 option, and only the $40 option has Korean short ribs. Again, a place like Star Barbecue has it on the menu, no restrictions of how many you order for I think $23. So yeah. All right, yeah. I wouldn't go back there. There are just too many options in Orange County. Korean barbecue is just a staple in that area. There's so many places to choose from, and for them to do that, I don't think that's all right. So we won't be back.
okay.
Right? All right. Thanks, guys. Look out for the next episode and have fun.